Today I'm going to make just a basic country cream gravy, and it's real easy, and all you need to remember is you need 1 cup of liquid. For every 1 cup of liquid, you're going to have 2 tablespoons of fat. So like I use butter or bacon grease sometimes if I'm making breakfast, and 2 tablespoons of flour, and then salt and pepper to taste. So today I'm going to make 2 cups of gravy. So we're going to use 2 cups of milk, 4 tablespoons of butter, 4 tablespoons of flour, then salt and pepper. And I just do this over kind of a medium-high heat to start. So I'm going to start by melting the butter. And my butter's pretty cold, so it'll just take a second. Once the butter melts, I add the flour, and then I just kind of whisk it and keep stirring it. And I don't want the flour to burn, but I want the rawness to cook off. So I'm going to let it cook until it kind of bubbles up and then comes back down. And it cooks the raw flavor off of it. And depending on how light or dark you want your gravy, like if I'm just making a fast cream gravy, I don't worry about the color. But if I want like a deeper, more country, I think, cream gravy, I like to let it get a little bit darker. But today I'm just gonna make just a regular light cream gravy. And this will be good on biscuits or chicken fried steak or mashed potatoes, anything like that. And we're using milk because we're making a country gravy, but you can use the same ratio for making any kind of gravy. Like if you want a chicken gravy, just use chicken broth. Or if you want a beefy gravy, you can use beef broth. Just always remember your ratio is 1 cup of liquid to 2 tablespoons fat and 2 tablespoons flour. And you start with the fat, and then I just sprinkle in the flour. And also if you're going to brown it longer, I turn the heat down to medium. And just constantly, don't ever let it just sit while you're cooking the flour, because it'll burn fast. Like all of a sudden, it'll be white, and then when it starts turning, it turns fast. So don't stop whisking it. You see how that flour's foaming up? Once that foam is gone, usually just a couple minutes, the rawness of the flour will be cooked out. And sometimes I'll season it with the pepper at this point, but usually I just wait till I'm done thickening the gravy, because I don't know, for some reason when I season it with salt, it seems like the fat likes to separate at this point. So I just don't use the salt until I've already thickened it with the milk. So see, pretty much all the foaming action has gone down, so the rawness is out of it. And if you want to let it develop to a darker flavor, you can turn it down to medium and keep cooking it till you get the darkness you like at this point. But see, it's already looks like it's turning to me. I like to keep it at a medium-high heat, because once I put the milk in, I like to, you're going to bring it back up to get it to a boil. And then just keep stirring it until it thickens. And it won't take long. Sometimes I'll turn it up to high a little bit. But you just want to make sure that you're constantly scraping the bottom. You don't want anything to burn or stick, because there's nothing worse than scorched gravy. At this point, when I'm waiting for it to come up to the boil again, I'll start putting the pepper in. And I like tons of pepper, but it's just your personal preference. You know, if you're ever making a casserole and you're like using, pretty much it's basically a bechamel sauce. But depending on what you're making, if you want like a casserole to throw together with a creamy sauce, you can use this recipe. And also you can add cheese to it. Once it's thickened, and just, you know, put some cheese in it till it's melted. Because when I make chicken tetrazzini, it's kind of basically starts with something like this. But I use onions and celery and bell pepper at the beginning. So see, my gravy's thickened up pretty well right now. I'm going to go ahead and season this with about a half a teaspoon of salt. And that may be a lot for some people. Let's see how it's bubbly and thick. It's pretty much ready at this point. And it'll thicken up the longer it stands too. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut off the heat. And I'll just leave it on the warm burner. And then at this point you can taste it. You know, before you add the salt you can taste it. You're gonna need a little salt, but you can taste it and then season it to your own preference. But see how easy that was? And it's done. I'll take it off the heat because that's pretty thick. And as it cools, it'll get even thicker. See? Perfect for biscuits, mashed potatoes, or anything you want to make gravy on. That's it, y'all. And I'll put the recipe in the details down below. See y'all later. Bye.